1.
Going deep for the Cardinals along with Mark.
Well, good evening, everybody. Tonight on NCTV5, we'll be bringing you this tape-delayed broadcast between the visiting Liberty Center Tigers and the home team, the Cardinal Stritch Cardinals, being played here at Northwood High School. We'll get to all the rest of the pregame stuff. A beautiful kick into the end zone by McClory, and that will be put at the 20-yard line. McClory's starting to get pretty good at that, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, Tigers' kicking game has been excellent this year, Spike. Punts when they needed them, good booming punts by Jacob Howard for the most part. And on the kickoffs there, Chad McClory showing a good, strong leg.
Yep, and I guess really that's what you need, and it does take away any chance of possessions up around the 35 or 40 and beyond.
Yeah, well,
obviously.
If you can do it, but Tigers also good on coverage, their special teams. So in the event of a run back or return, they generally cover well.
All right, now Cardinal Stritch comes out with almost a T backfield. They're going to give off this inside, and a good run up the middle.
Yep, 24, Danny Irving on the stop. That was a kind of three abreast backfield there,
kind of almost,
Spike.
Dan Irving on the stop for the Tigers.
Almost, well, variation maybe the old T formation practically, except you've only got 2 backs instead of 3.
Yep.
All right, Cardinal Stritch comes out with wideouts, 2 to the Liberty Center side, 1 on this close side, no tight ends. Tigers in their standard 3-4. Give off that same side to the same back and tackled right about the same spot.
Yep.
No gain.
Brandon Neff got a good piece of him right there at the line of scrimmage. And, you know, that's kind of an unusual style there for the quarterback to be back there. I think you'd call it a shotgun, and he's got his backs on either side of him right tight, Spike. So
yeah, it's kind of
it's really in plain view of the defensive line. They can see where that ball is and who gets it.
All right, 3rd down and 5 coming up. If you've just joined us here in TV5, the opening drive of the game. Opening possession, I should say, for Stritch. Out of shotgun, 2-step drop, fires hard, and that's going to be behind the intended receiver. Coverage there by, I believe, Hefflinger.
Yep.
That would have been short of a first down, too, Jim.
Yeah, true enough, Spike. Tigers had pretty good coverage there.
All right, quickly, let me set that defense. We've got number 88, Quigley, at one defensive tackle. Brandon Neff, number 74, the other defensive tackle. Nose guard, Chad McClory. And backing them up will be Schwab and Miller at the tackles, and Brandon Stacy at nose guard. Taken there at the 40 by Damian Mays. Has a blocker, heads to the sideline, has some room and steps out of bounds. Wow, Jimmy, he was gone, buddy, if he didn't have that little bit extra wide right foot.
Yeah, he was showing some magic we've seen several times streaking along the sideline, Spike, but just caught a piece of that white chalk there, and so then that brings his return to a stop. But a nice block right exactly where he caught the ball. I think we give Derek Heffliner credit for that, and boy, it's just so important, you know, for those return guys to be able to get their bearings and have time to see the field a little bit.
Yep. All right, return of 15 yards for Mays. Now the Tigers will come to the line of scrimmage. Burdew under center. He'll give it, big running play for
Perchlick.
Perchlick, yes. Perchlick gets down near the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of, we'll call it about 8 yards on the play. Burdew will be quarterbacking tonight. Brown going to take a little extra rest after getting knocked around last week. And, of course, we're not sure of his status at this point.
Wow.
Took a shot, on the arm, elbow area maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Landis told me you guys need batteries, change them one at a time.
All right, thanks, Pete.
Give Arnder out, around the outside, well more than enough for a first down. Reed, the carrier, number 26. Reed with a big game last week, stepping in for, excuse me.
Elling.
Yeah, for the injured Jake Elling,
Jake Elling.
4.
Yeah, Tigers got a little nicked up here last couple weeks, and it's just good to kind of catch your breath before the meat of the NWAL finish comes up here, Spike.
Yep. Gain of 7 yards for Reed. That'll bring up a 1st and 10. Liberty on Cardinal Stritch 30-yard line. Reed on the right. Here's the give to Perchlik. Perchlik behind Reed. Looks fair, seams his way through, twists, spins, and gets down inside the 20-yard line.
Yep, Phil Miller on a good block out there, number 58, and also Alan Sharp doing what he could do as a pulling guard out there, leading the interference up there.
You know, it takes some certain ability to weave your way through that massive humanity. You know, there are blocks, and you have to be there to come right off his hind end.
Yeah.
Make the right cut to take advantage.
Oh, and sometimes
And that time Perchlik did exactly that.
Yep.
Now Perchlik offset to the right, takes the handoff behind Reed, powers his way, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, rambles, twists, and spins inside the 10 and down around the 7-yard line. Another big gain, we'll call it 12 yards, and the Tigers will have a 1st and goal with 9:03 to go here in the opening drive.
Cardinal 7-yard line.
Quickly that offense, we've got Brandon Stacy, number 62 at center. Gene Zinn, number 59 at guard. Number 51, Alan Sharp at the other guard on the right side. Right tackle, Phil Miller, 58. Left tackle, number 76, Andrew Schwab. Quigley, the tight end. Danny Irving, wide receiver. Tigers keep it on the ground.
Perchlik.
And Perchlik gets down inside the 5 for a couple yards. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, good power football for this first possession of the Tigers. They're just pretty much running it down their throats, Spike.
Yep. And from Liberty Center's standpoint, you know, you've got a team that you're a prohibitive favorite over, and you want to get them down quick. You don't want them hanging around in a game and letting them think that, you know, that they've got that realistic chance.
Yeah.
Reed on the left, Perchlik on the right. Little cross buck. Up inside, it's a Tiger touchdown! Reed taking the straight handoff off that left side and quickly into the end zone.
You know that Brandon Reed just plain been getting it done in a big way since he slid in there for Jake Elling.
Yes,
I mean, it's just a back that we hadn't seen or heard much about. And boy, he just runs in a rather upright style, but picks his field and, well, he just gets yards.
Yeah. Kind of mindful of Rodney Ponton from about 4 or 5 years ago. Same kind of running style. All right, now the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good.
Yep, that's Leighton Chambers, and he's wearing number 17 this time around. Good polish on that extra point attempt.
Yeah, and lest we forget Hefflinger on the hold, you know, he's done a fine job all year long.
Yeah, that's not exactly the easiest thing to do, Spike. You got to have good hands and kind of be quick about your motions, and sometimes that snap isn't right perfect, so it's up to the holder to get it set.
You have about 3/10 of a second to bobble the ball and still get it down and spotted. So it has to be about like hitting a major league fastball.
Well, Spike, just about as warm as you're ever going to find it on an October evening for football. The weather guys were talking about records, and if not that, very close in the mid to upper 80s today.
Yeah, and it still should be pretty mild even yet next week. All right, a couple of sponsors while we get ready for the kickoff. We're going to open up with the porch coaches. Rick Miller, Jesse Miller, Dave Moeller, Scott Slee, Todd Moeller, Chris Zacharias. Here's the kickoff. High end over end kick, a little shorter, comes down at the 9. Yeah, they're going to run the reverse. There's a seam and a great fill. Wow.
Back east on the return. Check that, Marco Ramito on the return.
Chad McClory,
Oh,
number 8.
wouldn't you know it, the man that kicked the ball off,
Yeah.
once he got his antenna finders, directionals tuned in, he was there to really take away a gaping hole in the Tigers' special team defense.
Yeah, Jacob Howard, number 20, kind of made him change a little bit. He wanted to get wider, but Jacob was fighting off a block and kind of made him take a more inside path,
Right.
and right into Chad McClory, coming hard across there. So pretty good stick by Mr. McClory.
All right. Now, you've met our front three, our linebackers. Purdue, number 9. Alan Sharp, number 51. Perchlik, number 41. And Bodenbender, number 27. Low snap to give off on a little inside handoff, if you will, and that's going to be a loss of about 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, a lot of Tigers banging in there, but yeah, Quigley's in there, Jacob Howard, and there's another guy. He kind of hiding his number from us,
Yep.
but Tigers weren't about to allow that to be a profitable run.
All right, as defensive backs, we've got number 6, Andy Speece, number 3, Derek Hefflinger, number 24, Danny Brown, and number 7, Damian Mays.
Number 2's out there, Sexton.
Yeah, okay, now they've changed it up.
Yep.
Mays not in there, but Sexton is, along with Howard, I think, is a linebacker.
Mays has
Holy
got,
mackerel,
wide coverage
and it's
there.
a Sagarino in the backfield. Wow! I believe that was Perchlick all over him.
Yeah, also, I think McClory had him and held him until here come the rest of the troops, I believe, there, Spike.
Well, I tell you, you talk about a couple of mean football players, Perchlick and McClory.
Oh.
I mean, all you have to do is come along with a shovel and clean up after their mess, because they are going to lay waste to everything they go through.
Yeah, that's a couple of seniors that have really blossomed well for the Tigers, and boy, they like all that Southmore help or anybody that can do it, you know, wearing a Tiger uniform, and they've just kind of been the leaders, some of the leaders in this edition of Tiger football we're watching.
All right, on 3rd down and 15, give up inside, nothing doing there. Cardinal Stritch just doesn't have anywhere to go against this stout Tiger defensive line. And that may be a gain of a couple, maybe a yard. That's going to make it 4th down, and about 14 to go. Cardinal Stritch can get a 1st down up around the 35-yard line.
Yep, this edition of Stritch football has got one victory, Spike. One victory for this season.
Yeah, Holgate beat Cardinal Stritch by at least a couple scores. All right, back deep now will be Damian Mays and Sexton, number 2. Kind of a short punt. That's going to be taken there at the 50. Working around a couple tackles, makes a great cut behind an O and cuts up inside another tackle. Breaks that one, heads to the outside. He's got running room up the sideline, Jimmy, and finally hauled down around the 15-yard line. An electrifying return by Damian Mays.
Oh, it was, and he picked a broken field there. I mean, there were plenty of bodies around, Tigers and Cardinals in their red uniform, and boy, he just sort of zigged and zagged and got her right down there.
Zigged and zagged to an extreme. I mean, that was a beautiful piece of running.
Oh, it was.
Boy, that's what makes watching football games interesting if you're a Tiger fan, of course.
Yep.
Now Liberty will have a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Wide out to either side. Now in motion, Mays takes the handoff.
That's Sexton.
Sexton, and he is into the end zone. It's another Tiger touchdown.
Yep.
15 yards away.
Sean Sexton showing good speed on that sweep. Just nothing to it. Just get out there and you got the edge. Just don't let them get the angle and catch you, and they couldn't do her, Spike.
Boy. Well, at the 5:03 mark, Liberty with a short field. Twice now has used that to their advantage. They go up now by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, going back to Damian Mays' punt return there, we mused that there wasn't perhaps a category for that in the all-league selections.
And the kick is up and good. The holder, or the snapper, Bush, with a little bit of a high snap. Great job by
Chambers, Leighton Chambers, kind of got her zeroed in here again, and that's good. He's piling up a lot of points when he can make those.
Yeah, Hefflinger went. I'll get to you in a second, Jim.
All right.
I'm sorry. Hefflinger went up a little bit high, came down with the high snap, got it placed, and of course Chambers, and I believe Jim makes him 6 in a row.
Okay.
Counting back to last game.
I think so. He had one stretch there where he couldn't find the uprights, but boy, before that and here then after that, he's been about as steady as a rock.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Okay, now you were making a point.
Well, yeah, Damian Mays in his run back. Boy, there's got to be a category to honor that, I would think, at the end of the year. Now, I know the Tigers in their awards banquet and so forth, they probably put together that and kind of cover that. But league-wise, I mean, if there's a better return guy, I haven't seen him.
Boy, I tell you, yeah, pretty good. And see, where he makes himself good is his cutting and like you called it, zigzag ability. I mean, yes, he's got some good flat-out speed, but his eye for the field, knowing when to cut, how how to take a hip away,
Yeah.
how to turn it up a notch on the speed,
Yeah.
and then motor it down.
Spikey's got great instinct when he's weaving through traffic. He just seems to know.
All right, now third kickoff by McClory, and that's going to be taken at the 11. They give it to him again on that reverse. He's got that same hole. And a good job. Jacob Howard slowed him down.
Yep.
Stacy was there on the help. Speece on the help. McClory on the help.
52 over there, too. Let's give Roy Tibbetts a little hello on that. Roy Tibbetts, a 5'7" sophomore. Out there making some action there in special teams.
Yeah, right here by
280.
Interstate 280.
Yeah.
All right, now Cardinal Stritch lines up two wide outs to the far side, one here on the short side. In that same, now the quarterback's going to keep it, nowhere to go, and a Santorino! Chad McClory!
Right.
Nowhere to go from the outside.
Right, Spike the Tiger right side, right defensive line. That'd be over here. Who would that be here?
That's the side with Sharp Miller and Danny Irving.
Okay.
No, excuse me. I'm
No.
sorry. No. McClory in the middle. Brandon Neff on that
Yeah.
side, and along with, depending on how the backers,
Yeah.
the defensive backs
Anyway,
line up.
there was no way to go, and that quarterback faked one way, and he saw that he wasn't be able to go left, so he turned around to go right, and by then they were through the line, and big tackle for loss there
Yeah,
again.
loss of 11, second down and 21. Now the give up inside, and that will pick up maybe about 3 or 4 of what they just lost.
Yeah.
But that's going to bring up third and pretty long.
Yeah.
You know, Cardinal Stritch doesn't show much propensity for throwing the football as of yet.
No, and they were billed as a from the shotgun kind of a team, and Tiger coaches were kind of thinking, well, that'll give us a look that we need to be aware of for the coming NWAL games to be played.
All right.
But no, they haven't thought about a pass, have they? Or
Purdue now is a linebacker spread out wide with Mays covering that two wide out set. Wide out over here, same backfield. Bad snap, and I don't know, Jimmy. They're going to show fourth down.
Yeah.
Recovery, but a loss on the play back to the 15-yard line.
yeah. Yeah, Spike, a little bit about this Cardinal Stitch program. They actually made the state playoffs about 3 years in a row, and it's been quite a while ago, but that group of kids kind of moved on, and as of late, they've kind of been on harder times.
Well, and you know, with a parochial school, you just don't have that steady. You just never know what you're going to have, maybe, especially if you're one of the smaller ones.
Yep.
And if you're not from Delphi St. John, your feeder schools may not, just aren't there like maybe you know what they are. Well, once again, a very short punt.
41-yard line.
Yeah, we've been doing all the playing in the Stritch side of the 50 so far, Spike, and that's put 14 points up for our Tigers, or at least having that short field to work with, and they're ready to go again here with about 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Tigers have had the ball on every play inside Stritch territory. Now they'll have it on the 40-yard line. We'll call it somewhere around a 20-yard punt. Now they'll show motion this way with Perchlik. Gives straight ahead.
Still
Bushy
running.
in the run. Bushy straight ahead. Bips and dupes and jacks.
Yep.
And gets down inside the 25-yard line.
It was Brian Bush.
16 yards for Bush.
Spike, it almost looked like as if nobody wanted him. I mean, I'm seeing all these red shirts he's running by. And
Hey, Bushy runs north and south, and he gets there quickly.
Yep,
I
yep.
love his style of running. All right, now the Tigers dig a little bit deeper. They've got Swartzlander, number 21, as a wingback. And
Number
the give
40.
coming the other side. Breaks one, slips through another. And that's going to be a gain of
Carry number 40.
close to 10 yards.
yep, Jerry Holtgreave on the carry right there, Spike, another sophomore.
Number 21, Max Weiss. Second down.
So the Tigers already digging a little bit now into their bag of depth, if you will. Bush lines up behind Purdue. And I believe it's Holtgrave lining up offset to the left, straight ahead to Bush. Bush tripped up at the line of scrimmage,
Brian Bush on the
and not much there.
Yeah, we got
Stop number 56, Matt Phillips.
Jordan Seedorf out there now on the left end.
Yep, number 30. Danny Irving will line up at the tight end on the right side. Tigers with their starting offensive line.
Who's the left guard out there, Spike? He's pulling right there.
Purdue now rolling right, looks upfield, has a Irving has to pull it off the hip, gets it into the grasp, and hauled down right around the 1 yard line. So a 14-yard gain on the Purdue rollout.
Yeah, good strong run there. I'll tell you
Irving kind of drug his way across the line of scrimmage, and then just kept running hard and got himself open.
Spike, I know exactly who that left guard is. That's none other than Jacob Clapp.
Number 65.
One tough guy out there getting some minutes in, getting some reps, keeping that depth chart looking awful good. 76 out there to his left.
All right, here's the give. Straight ahead, Bush, dives, twist, spins, and he did everything but get into the end zone, Jim. I swear he was standing on top of the goal line and then took a hit, got bounced back, tried another avenue, but stopped short. That'll be the last play of the first quarter.
Second down and goal.
Tigers will let the clock run here and will reset at the other end of the field. So the score, after one period of play, Liberty Center was super field position for the entire first quarter. They lead it 14-0.
You know, Spike, just another note there about the Tigers in that first quarter. Now, they were heavily favored coming in here, and so far they've got everything their way, and they're using a lot of different people, but they look crisp, they look sharp, and they're going about business, and you like that in a team.
Oh, absolutely, and their defense actually is pretty doggone good. You know, we've had a couple of stinkers for games, but they were games that things weren't, in sync, you might say.
Yeah, but even then, when a defense had to make plays, they did, Spike. You know, I mean,
I think back to Evergreen when they hit that 75-yard bomb. Where it was on his fingertips, and he made a great catch and run. And Patrick Henry with the very late score that had to come after a Liberty gamble. Yep. So I think as you look back, the Tiger defense has really been stiff.
Oh yeah.
And they've just they offset each other real well from the defensive
but
backs
I guess
to the
the
front
point
line.
I was trying to make here is that there's a lot of different people been in and out of here already, and these both the offense and the defense have never missed a beat as far as execution and holding their sets and whatnot. I mean, we haven't had a penalty yet.
No, that's right. That's right. Good point. All right, while we get set here, let's get through the rest of some more of our sponsors. We've got Chris Zacharias. Always want to make sure he's mentioned, one of the head people on the chain gang.
Yeah,
we
those guys better be
Danny
resting
Brown,
up.
Mike Mann, Bob Shaddy, Jeff Huff, Jeff Spangler, Dave Silvas, Terry Bowers, Tim Bowers, and Louis Miller. Give off that right side and into the end zone, Brian Bush.
Yeah.
Well, the Tigers simply overpowered Cardinal Stritch on that simple off-tackle play, and the Tigers go up now by 3 scores.
Yeah, that right side offensive line just plain got a good push there, and he was able to go in standing up. I don't know if he was bothered at all, Spike.
No, I really don't think so, Jim. And, you know, you look across the way, and Cardinal Stritch, they're as big as we are, so it simply isn't a matter of physical size. It comes down to ability and desire. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up by Chambers and splits the uprights again. Mr. Chambers with 7 in a row. Boy, Jim, that's big. That is big when you can zero in on those PAT kicks.
Absolutely.
You think back to the Wasion game. We trailed. What was that? We trailed by a point.
Yeah.
And we had to score that second touchdown to win that game. All right, now we can dig into the meat of our sponsors. We've got Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, Railside Meat Market with Bob Miller, Bob with meat, cheese, and many assorted sundries. And I tell you, the cheese and the meat selection, very wide and great pricing there at Railside Meat Market, believe me. Danny Hefflinger with the Maritime Realty, 39 years of service in the Liberty area. Tiger Shop with Bob Shaddy, Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler, KK Collision with Kyle Kern, state-of-the-art automotive service, truck, does diesel work, wrecker and paint jobs, and just about anything under the sun. Also, Lil and Ron Bruns with Rainbow Stitches. All right, McClory to kick off again for the 4th time, and that one really sails high, all the way down to the 2-yard line, straight ahead return, and he's going to be bottled up right there. Sharp, I believe. Yeah, Alan Sharp, number 51, I believe, on the initial hit. Also in there,
Perchlick, I believe.
Obviously, Perchlick is everywhere. That if there's an old sow routing around in the mud someplace, that's where Perchlick's going to be. Yeah. He's a man for the ages, and a football player for the Tigers.
And it got by. Seemingly everybody got by the homecoming okay last week. It was a beautiful night.
All right, score stands 21-0. 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Liberty on top and on defense. Cardinal Stritch with 2 wide outs to this side. I just can't understand that they're going to give to that running. Wow, a loss of a yard on that play,
yeah.
Jim. And, you know, the back has no blocking in front of him. He's got a quarterback and he's got the other running back right there, but they've got no way of working off of each other.
Yeah, well, Spike, and there's virtually no deception there. You know,
that's a good way to put it.
That snap comes up there chest high, and the quarterback's got it. Well, he goes left or right, but, you know, the line can sure see that. McClory got across from his middle guard position and was able to effectively get that stalled out till the other Tigers got there, and it results in another small loss.
Yeah, and you said it right. There's no chance for any deception, and that, you know, there has to be some of that in a successive program, or a successful program.
All right,
Sagarino!
Yeah, he tried to pass that
Brandon
ball.
Neff!
Yeah, good pressure there from Quigley. 27 might even have been almost up there, Bodenbender.
Yeah, and once they got him in a position where he had nowhere to go, Neff really cleaned him up.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, a loss of about, we'll call it 6 on the play. The ball all the way back to the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Cardinal Stritch has to get up to the 26-yard line for a first down.
Speaking of that unusual backfield set, I don't know as I've seen it work quite like that.
Well, quarterback is going to give it straight ahead. Nothing doing, another loss on the play.
Yeah.
McClory in there, Bodenbender in there.
But, you know,
Quigley in there.
On a straight dive, I mean, you're showing everybody who you're giving the ball to.
Yeah, the quarterback takes the snap, turns his back to the defense, fakes one way, sticks a hand out, gives it the other way. You know, there's none of that.
Standing back there saying, okay, here we go. It's your turn to the left, it's your turn to the right. And to the defensive line or the linebackers, they got a view of that ball just from the time it snapped.
Boy, Tigers are going to set up. There are 2 return people, Sexton and Mays at the 40, and that kick may have been partially blocked. It's going to roll around and take a Cardinal bounce.
A Cardinal roll.
A Cardinal roll, yeah, would be a better way of putting it. 28-yard punt, even with the roll, Jim, so you know there was a lot of pressure there. Tigers again with a short field. Well, now we'll see how the Tigers come out. The offensive line appears to be intact with Zinn and Sharp at guards, Schwab and Miller at tackles, Quigley and Irving at the ends. I believe
on this end here, number 30, Jordan Seedorf on this end.
Jordan Seedorf, yes, okay. Here is to give the read. No, Perchlick, excuse me. Perchlick pounds his way ahead, gets some help from his Tiger teammates, and gets enough for a first down inside the 30-yard line down near the 25. So we're going to call it a gain of 12 on the play.
First down at the Cardinal 26-yard line.
Boy, Jimmy, this is going to turn into a good old country thumping here.
Tigers pretty well taking it right to them thus far here, Spike.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line. Give straight ahead and maybe a yard on the play.
Who's got that ball there?
on the carry.
Huh.
Leading the way on
Yep.
the tackle, number 56, Matt Phillips.
Taylor Schwartzlander, number 21 out there.
Tackle as well.
Another
Second
sophomore.
down.
Yeah, Swartzy, normally they use him as a wing back.
Yeah, I see he's got a WB by his name there. Is that wing back or is that way back?
Yeah. Was that Swartzy that ran the ball? I'm not so sure.
Well, that's what the PA guy said.
Yeah,
I think he's out there.
All right, McClory in motion. Now they're going to give it to Perchlik.
No, 20.
Behind Zinn. Perchlik with a nice spin cut and battling inside the 15. And that's going to be more than enough for a first down. We'll call it a gain of 12.
Yeah, I believe it's Brandon Reed out there.
Stop, Matt
You know, at
Weed.
number, we just saw 2 on that, and I think the
And number 69.
the local announcer was kind of guessing there too, but
First and
I
10.
think we're talking about Brandon Reed out there, number
Yeah.
26.
Let's call it a gain of 11 on the play. So the Tigers have a first and 10 at about the 12-yard line. Reed and Perchlik, the running backs. Perchlik offset to this side, pitch to Reed. Reed trying to go outside, has some great blocks, and trying to break a tackle, slowed down, maybe only picks up about 4 on the play.
On the stop, number 16.
Tigers had Zinn and Perchlik out in front.
47, David Suzman.
Yeah,
Getting him a gain of 3 on the
The
play.
guy Perchlik was trying to block. Put on quite a move out here in the flat to avoid the block.
Yes.
And thereby he was able to kind of circumvent the block and got a piece of the tackle. You don't usually see that kind of action out here in the flat.
All right, as you've mentioned, Seedorf, number 30 now, is a tight end. Here is the give to Reed. Reed looks for running room, and nothing much doing there. A good defensive play by the Cardinal Stritch Cardinals. Tigers are obviously in 4-down territory. We're going to call it no gain on the play, maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Cardinal Stritch will use a timeout at the 6:24 mark of the second period. Tigers leading at 21-0. All right, some more sponsors. We've got the Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt, 6 locations throughout Henry County. Swanton Welding with the Zeider family. The Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini. Hill Asphalt Paving with Randy and Patty Hill. Trucker's Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke. Jerry features full meals, breakfast, lunch, supper, and 57 kinds of wonderful homemade pies, Jimmy boy.
Oh, I'm telling you.
We've got the Huntington Bank in the Liberty Center, Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece, Liberty Center Consulting Group with Mark and Jody Bly, B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking with Norma Miller family. Bruce Johnson now kind of the general manager out there and doing a really good job. B.A. Miller and Sons getting a lot of new work revived and real busy. I just talked to George Schoenefeld, one of their longtime drivers, and said things are really looking up.
Oh, we got to like that.
All right, Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. They've got a 3rd down and 6 at the, we'll call it the 8-yard line of the Cardinals. Burdew now dropping back, rolling right, swings it out in the flats to Perchlik. Ooh, and dropped. Perchlik, I think, had it in his meat hooks, but wanted to go. And
Yeah, I don't know why. It just happens that way sometime. I guess he was too open, Spike. Too open because Burdew just laid it in there for him, done everything but put a bow on it and says happy birthday.
yeah, you're right, just a little too easy. That's the kind of thing they do in practice, time after time after time after time, and they catch them time after time after time.
Yeah, well, then it almost becomes so automatic, you know, you're not even thinking about the act of catching it.
All right, Tigers with a wide out set, gives straight ahead to Reed. Reed slowed down, now fumbles the football, it's loose. Irregardless, that was 4th down. It'll be turned over to the Cardinal Stritch Cardinals there. So the Tigers, for the first time tonight, with field position inside the 50-yard line, that is the first time they fail to
Convert a drive.
convert the drive, yes. So the ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line. Cardinal Stritch will take over there. Some more of our sponsors. We've got L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, Dan and Francis Brown. Davis Farm Services in Delta and Liberty Center with Karen Howell. Pizza Nose Pizza, home of the slice of pizza to go for $1 with Craig and Sherry Myers. Their buffet hours are featured from 11 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and then again from 4 to 8 for pizza and a nice little salad bar. Miller Brother Trucking with Skip Miller. All right, now in action, low snap.
Ooh.
They give it ahead, and every play, Jim, just about goes backwards. That time, the Tigers into the backfield before the quarterback can even hand the ball off, and that's going to be a 2-yard loss every time.
Yeah, a couple Tigers just they're going on that snap, Spike, and blocking scheme up front there isn't hardly slowing interior Tigers down. They're just back there about when the ball's there, and quarterback doesn't know what to do with it. But they better figure something out because they're in safety territory there.
Yeah, they're going to have to come out and run some kind of a screen pattern, some kind of a screen play set or some kind of a draw play probably won't work because the Tigers have that inside all bottled up. Now they go with the extra receiver, nothing there.
Safety.
And there it is, Jimmy. You called it. There it is. Soccerino. McCoy will get final credit.
Yeah, but
51.
Yeah. 51 and some others.
Yeah, Alan Sharp in there all over that, along with about 2 other Tigers.
And you know what? It seemed like that quarterback was oblivious of where he was, Spike. I mean, it's like he was looking for somebody to hand it off, and he saw the defense coming, but
he was missing a man in the backfield. He turned, went to hand off. Nobody was there. They're going to run a draw at Liberty. And, and a draw would work if they can break that first line of attackers.
Yeah.
Then you might have a big gain. But until then.
Well, I would think the coaching brain trust there for Stritch would pretty well abandon that thing where, hey, you're showing everybody on defense exactly when that ball's snapped and who's got it and who gets it.
Yeah.
And that's just a tough way to make yards there, Spike.
Well, and let's face it. Liberty Center plays in a league where you have to be tough, you have to be strong to survive, and Cardinal Stritch just doesn't see this type of team week in and week out. They just don't see this kind of physical toughness and intensity that the Tigers bring to the field. I think just this morning on the prognosticators again, the show host and morning the MC of the show and the morning show host for 96.1, is simply amazed at the tenacity and of the kids, how hard they hit.
The Tiger,
yes,
this Tiger group.
Yes, he said Liberty Center year after year after year, they come to play, and they're just as good in the fourth quarter as they are in the first.
Oh, that's been a Tiger tradition, Spike. They're well conditioned, and they aim to tee it up between the whistles.
All right, now Cardinal Stritch gets a free kick from the 20-yard line. They opt to kick off, and a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be rather short, and I believe it's going to be picked up there at the 34-yard line by Spies. Spies, pretty elusive himself. A nice job on the return in traffic, I might say.
Yeah,
and a 21-yard return for Spies.
Yep, Tigers seem to have a lot of guys that perhaps play in that defensive secondary that is really a lot better than average, Spike, that once they get a hold of the ball, they know what to do with it.
Yep.
I mean, they just plain do. Runners in their own right.
Yeah,
now they've got plenty of running backs and so forth, but you see the way Andy Spies, given the opportunity, can pack that mail.
He showed that before. He's done had some really good returns for the Tigers. Now the Liberty sends up in the standard wing right package. Here is the give. Now a reverse to Mays. Mays going to be hit, breaks the tackle. He's on his way at the 30. Makes a great cut at the 20. Back to the outside at the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's another Tiger touchdown. Damian Mays, another dazzling run.
Yeah, I'm sure they thought they had him down. I mean, he was pretty low to the ground there and just kept his balance, and it was his old friend Danny Irving. I was about ready to say Chuck Irving, but he's Mason that puts him in the wall. Spike. Anyway, nice block down there where he appreciated it, and what a run.
Yeah, and one of their best defenders, I believe number 75, it looked like he had him wrapped up, as you said, but Damian Mays, hard to bring down in the open field. And once again, that time a little bit lower line drive kick, but up and in by Leighton Chambers. Another good snap, another by Bush, another good hold by Hefflinger. And Chambers now with 7 in a row.
Yeah, good execution on that drive by the Tigers.
Make it 8 in a row,
I think Jordan Purdue's just doing an excellent job there. And, of course, he's playing with different personnel, it seems like every other snap. But this Tiger team is disciplined, and it's very apparent in practice, Spike, that they've been interchanging players just all over the field, and that is the mark of a good team.
Yeah.
Or you got somebody else you can put out there and don't miss a beat. They know their assignments. There's not miscues and people running into each other. I mean, they're just going about their business.
Well, and you know, it gets to be a chess match in a little bit of a way. You have to, the first team, the varsity, has to have that continuity. They have to be able to have something that they can continue to run from here. And, you know, and build upon as the season progresses. We're in our 7th game already.
Yeah.
And so you've got to leave them in there enough that everything stays on that good flow. But there comes a point where, when do we draw the line? Where do we stop risking injury, and where do we look to get experience for those that are still coming?
Building depth, as you've mentioned earlier.
All right. A few more sponsors here. We've got Mitchell Farm Equipment with Tom, Pat, Barb, and Mike Mitchell. And it's not too early, maybe, Jimmy. Don't let this weather fool you. Mitchell's, along with a full line of farm implements, also with garden tractors and the same type of tractors that you'll need to get that 6-foot snowdrift plowed out from under in front of your garage. Also, we've got Meyer Badenhop Insurance Agency with Glenn in the Napoleon office, Bob and Marge Jurassics in Liberty Center, which reminds me, I have my semi-annual payment due to those guys here in about a week and a half.
Those are quality people, Spike. They insure a lot of the community, and they do it fairly and represent all those claims that when they occur, and people like them.
Yeah, you know, and that agency has been in business for 60 years that I know of. All right, hard line drive kick taken there at the 8-yard line. They're going to run that reverse again. Bodenbender out here. Wow! Pancake right there.
Number 51 on that, Alan Sharp.
Jeez.
Using those pads.
Andy says he's barely picking
And
you
Brian
up.
Bush, number 33, and on the stop.
Oh.
No,
It'll be
you.
1st and 10
Keep
Cardinal
yours. Says both you guys change the floor.
at the 18-yard line.
What, changing them batteries? All right, Pete, thanks. Huh. Big hit there by Alan Sharp on that kickoff there, Spike.
Man, that'll be one for the highlight tape. Now back there, rolling left, has time against his body. What a job, what a defensive play. I believe that was Damian Mays stepped in front of the receiver and had a heck of a chance for a pick. But good blanket coverage, good tight.
Covering on the play was Damian Mays, number 7. 2nd down and 10.
So Stritch has no luck in the passing game. There he's going to keep one man in the backfield, no tight ends, and we've got 3 receivers setting up on the far side. Clock stopped. Stritch checking out the arm sleeve, running the play. Quarterback out of shotgun, low snap, fires it quickly out there. Caught.
65.
And bottled up right away, no gain on the play.
Yeah, Jacob Clapp saw that coming all the way, and the question in his mind was, do I get the ball or do I get the tackle? And he just plain got her done in a big way out there.
No gain on the play.
Jacob Clapp.
Yeah, Jacob in there on defense.
Check that, 59, Gene Zinn in on the stop for the Liberty Center.
Now, Gene Zinn might have been there too, but number 65, Jacob Clapp, out there playing in the interior right now.
All right, that'll bring
Middle
up 3rd
guard.
down and 11. 3:07 to go in the half. Quarterback rolling right, has time, fires upfield, caught, and that will be Cardinal Stritch's first down.
Yep, Andy Speece to the stop right there, but That was the best play from scrimmage. The Cardinals have mustered, Spike, as a half is down to the 3-minute mark.
16-yard gain. That'll give Cardinal Stritch a 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. And, you know, that's the only chance that they've got if they're going to try to even score here is they've got to work that kind of outside stuff. They've got to now has time, pressure, Stacy, and Stacy Sagarino!
Yep. Brandon Stacy and also number 76, Andrew Schwab in there having something to say about that.
Yeah, Stacy, the backup nose guard. And boy, the Tigers just coming with the ears pinned back. That's going to be a big loss of 11 yards.
Yeah, number 81, Peter Perchlik out there, a sophomore.
Yeah, there's a kid that you can expect to put on a little weight, and he'll get stronger. All right, Tigers with their 5 defensive backs now. All right, now give a little draw play, and a great job of penetration in the backfield
62.
by Brandon Stacy again.
Yeah, he even was blocked. He was kind of on his knees there, but he saw what was going on and was able to reach up and get a handful, and that's what it took to do it.
Yeah, hold him until a little more help arrived, and there was running room there. That was a good call against the Tiger defense that time. Brandon Stacy was able to fight through his block just enough to get a hand on the guy. That guy had him sealed, but Stacy wanted it just a little bit more. So that'll bring up 3rd down, and we're going to call it 25 yards to go. Now they run that same draw play, slowed down again by the on-rushing Liberty Tigers, and that time I believe
Phil
Brandon Stacy.
Miller was deep there. I don't know whether he was quite on that or not.
Yeah, the tackles actually made the penetration, and Stacy was held up a little longer, but as they slowed him down, he was able to snake the hand in there and trip him up again.
Well, that's a beautiful thing to watch a defense work, Spike. It's always the guy maybe that makes the tackle, the stop that kind of burns in people's mind, but boy, there's a lot of stuff going on to even make that possible.
Yeah, and Stacy is really doing a fine job at that nose guard spot. He really is bottling up the center. That again, on that draw play would have worked for good yardage. Oh my, not a very good punt. Wow, that may have went about 12 yards by the time we all added everything up, maybe 15. And Liberty Center once again with the ball in Cardinal Stritch territory. They'll have it at about the 36-yard line.
Cardinal 36-yard line.
Boy, Jimmy, when your program is down, you're down. That punt,
yeah,
they're having some trouble in that department too.
Yeah, they're a game lot, these Cardinals in bright red, but
all
boy,
right,
they're
Peter
no match for
out here.
Tigers.
Mays in motion. Mays is going to take the deep pitch, working outside, hits, takes another hit, kicks it outside again, breaks the tackle, and bounds and piles his way down around the 25-yard line.
Wow, that was a nice piece of running there. Alex Hessen, number 73, was out there and made a block for him, but it's kind of amazing. He ran into a red shirt there, and the red shirt kind of hugged him up a little bit, but didn't make any real tackle on him, so he bounced off that and got another 4 or 5 yards there, Spike.
All right, now we've got a man in motion. They're going to pitch to the motion man. That'd be Sexton. Sexton kicks it outside, slips one, and a nice job there, staying on his feet for the extra 3 yards. Down to about the 17-yard line, and time runs out.
At the end of the first half, it's the Tigers 30, the Cardinals 0.
Boy, that last few minutes ran fast, and that's where it'll wind up. A 12-yard gain and then another 7-yard gain there, and that'll wind it up here for this first half. To finish off our sponsors, we've got Ken and Robin Carpenter, and of course, John Slagle and the memory of good old Donnie Sharp championing those stinking rotten, no good yellow flags. So 30-0 Liberty Center, and we'll be back with a statistical analysis. Now, the Tiger Marching Band.
by Nathan Hessen, with crewing advisor Nicole Gershon. The band is led onto the field by this year's senior band captain, Kyle Hurst. Tiger drill tonight is just to the Stone Show. Get ready. Here is the Thunder Baron with the little 9-inch nails and the hand that feeds. appreciate the chance to perform for you tonight. I'd like to wish Vicki Leatherman a happy 40th birthday. And now, we close our show with an old Liberty tradition. Here's our rendition of Barbaran.
Jimmy, here's some quick rundown of our stats at halftime. Liberty Center, time of possession was Cardinal Stritch 16 minutes, Liberty Center 9. Liberty Center had 10 first downs to Stritch's 1. Liberty Center rushing 21 carries, 182 yards, 9 yards a carry. Purdue was 1 out of 2 for 15 yards, a catch by Danny Irving. And so Liberty Center 23 plays for 197 yards, about 8 yards a play. Cardinal Stritch rushing 16 times for a minus 37 yards. That's just simply unheard of. They were 2 of 4 in the air for 15 yards. So altogether 20 Cardinal Stritch offensive plays for a grand total of 22 yards minus 22.
Oh, Tiger defense was shutting them right down, Spike.
All right, end over end kick. That's going to be coming down at the 15-yard line, taken there by
Andy Speed.
Spies. Yeah, Spies got up to about the 26, and I believe some Cardinal Stritch frustration was taken out there on Spies as they mauled him. On the defensive side of it, leading tacklers, Brandon Neff, number 74, had 7. Quigley and McClory each with 5. And Alan Sharp, number 51, had 4. So the Tigers give off
26.
to Brandon Reed, number 26, and he rambles off that left side for about 5 on the play, setting up second down. Jimmy, the second half, you know, the Tigers had this thing well in hand. They lead it 30-0. So they'll be able to do just about, you know, what they want to do. You know, we'll see the varsity in here for a while.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Spike. And I was thoroughly impressed with the crispness of the Tigers in their execution in the first half, even though it was quite apparent they had the opposition overmatched.
Uh-oh, Perchlik breaks the tackle. He's at the 50. He's got a lot of running room at the 40, at the 30. He's got a cordon of blockers out running all of them and into the end zone. It's a Tiger touchdown. Boy, Jimmy, that play got started. Taken off from the 37-yard line, a 63-yard burst.
Yeah.
For Mr. Perchlik. They simply give it to him between the tackle and the guard on the right side.
Yeah, and as a converted guard, last year playing guard on offense, I mean, did he not go to the promised land with that carry? But showing that he could do it. I had speed and followed some blocking and just a good, strong run by Jacob Perchlik. He'll always remember that.
Yeah, maybe his longest run of his career.
I would think.
And and now the Tigers in their kicking game, that really has turned into be a solid job. Chambers with a little bit better impetus there, and a nice looking kick. Tigers put it up and in. They lead it 37-0 at the 10:47 mark here in this third quarter.
Yeah, Roy Tibbetts, number 52, was in that PAT attempt. I don't know just what he was doing out there, but just make a note that number 52 was indeed on the Tiger team there. Spike, now as the Cardinals get ready for their first offensive effort here in the second half, you got to believe that the coaching staff of the Cardinals would have kind of gone away from that three guys standing up and somebody hike the ball, and then we'll show everybody what we're going to do with it.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, they almost have to. They lost, they ran the ball, what?
Well, they had a yard.
I have it there. Yeah,
a yard per.
They lost 30. No, they lost 20-some yards on whatever, 20 carries. You've got to change something up.
Yeah, well, we'll see, and a lot of Tigers are going to get to see action here. There's plenty of clean jerseys over there, and got to get them dirty.
All right, low bounding kick.
He got his knees down.
Took it on a knee. So many players do that, It's almost like fielding a ground ball in the outfield. You go down and you set yourself up to keep the ball blocked, and that's where it will take over, right there around the 25. While the Stritch team heads back to the offense, we'll go through our sponsors again. We've got the Porch Coaches, Days Auto Service with Dave Perry, and the Railside Meat Market with Bob Miller, as he handles a lot, various kinds of meats, cheese, and other assorted sundries. Danny Hefflinger with the Maritime Realty, 39 years of service in the Liberty area. So 2 wide outs to either side. Lone setback, and they're going to run a little bit of a draw. And the quarterback he doesn't even get up ahead of steam, Jim. He doesn't even get a chance to.
No, it's almost apparent there. He's going to try and sneak up there behind one of his red shirts. But, man, these Tigers are coming. They see where the ball is. And Alan Sharp just buried him there. Tackle for loss.
Yeah, they've had, I bet they've had a dozen minus yardage plays. I mean, you've got these wide people. Use them. Drop somebody back behind a couple of receivers. Take a pass in the flats or behind the line of scrimmage and make something happen.
Yeah, with that first half, I sure think I'd try something different.
Well, now there, a little shovel pass, a little bit of something different. Here come the opposition, the Tigers swarming all over the QB, simply dumps it underneath, and that may have worked, but the guy bobbled the ball.
Yeah. Now, as we try to run that through my mind there, that's kind of a half-hearted shotgun, isn't it, with him standing that deep?
Oh, yeah, he's running out of the shotgun.
But it's like he's got his buddy standing beside of him, and
he's so close that about all he's good for is to be a blocking back, and if he would just throw out of that shotgun spot, but wow. All right, now they've got 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 over here, and now the quarterback rolls out. At least that gives him a little bit of time. He fires to the sideline, and that's going to be short up around the 35-yard line. It would have been right there for a first down, but the pass was out of bounds, too far out of the reach.
That'll turn the yard marker over the 4th down, Spike, so Tigers look to get some field position here again.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Jimmy, old boy, that this could be a negative yardage football game for Cardinal Stritch.
Well, they're kind of heading that way. Spike, got to tell you that I learned at halftime that this has a very proud tradition. These Cardinal Stritch folks, they are a Catholic parochial school.
All right, we got just a minute. We got Mays back deep. He calls for a fair catch
By number 7,
up
Damian Mays.
across the 40-yard line. I think the Tigers may be a little more worried about running some offense here and just one more time.
I think so,
making
because
things work.
he had plenty of cushion there to get something started, but he was probably told to do that. Anyway, about these Cardinal Stritch people, they were actually accredited with being one of the top 50 Catholic parochial schools in the entire country.
Wow.
Literally everybody goes to college and excels, so to their credit, you know, academics is really big for them.
Alex Hessen, 73 into the game for the Tigers. They put Sexton in motion. They're going to run the reverse with Mays. Mays getting outside, putting a little juke on, breaks a tackle at the 50. He's at the 40, at the 30. One man to beat. Sprints past him, and finally brought down at the 15-yard line. Damian Mays with a great move up here at the 50. And he shows once again that ability to break a tackle.
Yeah, you can't just hug him up and love him a little. You actually got to wrap him up and tackle him, but he did. He put on a little move there that, well, he just kind of shaked and baked and went about his business up the sideline. He loves those sidelines.
We'll call that a, let's see here, 38 and 8, a 46-yard run by Mays on that reverse. All right, now Sexton in motion. They're going to give it on the cross buck, coming back to Mays. Mays from his wing back, kind of a wing back reverse, down to near the 5-yard line. So we'll call it a gain of 6 to the 6. Second down and 6 yards to go. Or excuse me, second down and 4 yards to go. Tigers can get a first down here in the red zone area of Cardinal Stritch. 7:16 to go here, third period. 37-0 Liberty Center, and the Tigers knocking on the door again. They show Sexton lined up in the wing out on the left. Mays is a wing on the right. Give coming the other way to Mays. Breaks it one, slips in, and into the end zone. It's another Tiger touchdown.
Yeah,
Damian Mays.
Damian Mays kind of got featured on this particular series.
Yes, even after he called for a fair catch, and I think he may have been able to turn it on and go, but you know, hey, what the heck.
Yep, but
all right, now, Jimmy, Tigers are going to have another kicker.
52. Roy Tibbetts in there, going to give her a shot.
190-pound sophomore. Kick is up, drives it, and that is good again. Yeah. So the Tigers
57 left in the third quarter.
Continue to do an exemplary job at the PAT kick. You know, as we struggled so bad the first half of the year, but now they've got her down pat.
They've got some polish to it, Spike. You just feel confident as they go out there to line up for it. You just think, hey, woo, you know, mark her up.
All right, Tigers now lead 44-0, and let's get a few more sponsors here. We've got Danny Hefflinger representing a Maritime Realty. Danny with 39 years of service in the Liberty Center area. Also, the Tiger Shop with Bob Shaddy. You know, that Bob does a great work down there with the screen printing and just about anything that you want in the way of apparel.
Yeah, school colors.
Yes,
you know, I mean, he'd feature anything orange and black, but if you're of the opposing side any way, shape, or form, he can get that for you.
Yep, Delta, Patrick Henry, Napoleon, Holgate. Yeah, anyone certainly around in the area, Bob can service. Also, the Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler. KK Collision with Kyle Kern. Kyle with a great job of complete truck and automotive service. Lil and Ron Bruns with Rainbow Stitches. Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt, 6 locations throughout Henry County. Swanton Welding with the Zeider family. And the Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini.
Spike, there's a lot of reserves out here covering on the kickoff here now.
Tibbetts took care of the kickoff chores, and that ball bounding around at the 14-yard line and tries to come up with a return. Not much there.
Brought down by number 73 and number 56.
Allie Keston and Danny Leatherman out there, number 56.
On the stop along with
Jimmy, I thought I saw a number 50 out there, but perhaps that was 56. I don't see a 50 listed. So we'll just call it an optical illusion.
So, yeah. All right, on defense, go the Tigers.
Schwartzlander,
right?
number 21.
Taylor Schwartzlander out there.
Clapp is a
Sophomore.
linebacker, sliding around the other side. Perchlik remains there. Jacob Howard in there.
Chad
and
McCloy.
Sacarino, I think he threw it away. McClory all over him, clear back inside the 10-yard line.
You know what? They're calling it, they're marking it down there, so that was
He
a
threw
fumble.
it. Yeah, they're going to call, must be going to call it a fumble.
Yeah, but I agree. He kind of
I think
threw
he-
it over there.
I
But
think he was
you
just
can't
trying
do
to
that.
throw.
That's like a lateral in reverse there, and
Yeah.
that's going to pin him back to where another one potential safety.
Boy, I didn't get the tackles for losses, but holy cow. McClory just threw him for, wow, 10.
Cardinal ball at the
Well, they've got to
Spike-
get to the 30.
Spike,
so
he's
it's-
got to come up under center for this play, or he's standing back there in the end zone. He'd be dead meat for another safety pretty quick here.
You know, that or he better throw it quick. They're giving him some room over here to these two wideouts. Oh, boy. I don't know, Jimmy. He barely got back to the line. Yeah, they're going to put it down at the 1. You know, I don't understand. They put wideouts to either side. Just drop one of them straight
Yeah.
back. Take a pass
ball carrier.
You know,
behind the line of
I'm
scrimmage and then
thinking,
make something happen.
when was the last time you saw a quick kick? I mean, the way it's going for them, and he's standing back there in shotgun if he could kick the ball.
Wow.
And he got her centered to him. Wouldn't that be
Hey, we've had some good old rainstorm games where, yeah, that quick kick came in handy occasionally, but that's been a while. Now, Cardinal Stritch, they're going to call it officially. Yeah, I'm going to call it 3rd and 35.
on the 2-yard line?
Yeah,
Short 2.
yeah, and they've got 4 wideouts, and he maybe gets a yard on the
Yeah.
play, one of the very few positive yardage plays.
Yeah.
And with 5:05 to go, it brings up 4th down for Cardinal
Leading
Stritch.
away on the tackle was Jacob.
Boy, Jimmy, and we haven't even attempted to throw the ball downfield on him at all.
No. Well,
Cardinal back to punt
these
for the Cardinals.
Tigers are just going about their business, and that's just a mark of a team that wants to play a lot of football this year yet.
Casey Kaiser, number 42, out there as a DB. Stritch will kick from about 8 yards deep in the end zone, or punt. Short end-over-end punt, and stopped and downed right there at the 30-yard line. So a 28-yard punt for Cardinal Stritch. No return for Liberty Center, and the Tigers take over there. 4:25 left here in the 3rd period. 44-0, Liberty. You know, Jim, the only field position that the Tigers have started, I think, in their own territory was when Mr. Perchlik took it to the house from 67 yards away. So,
Yeah, pretty much. A game's been played on Cardinals' short field, and it has swapped ends at the quarter breaks, but otherwise Cardinals are defending the short field all the time, Spike.
Sean Slee, number 60, in there at right tackle for the Tigers. Tigers also with a change at quarterback.
Number 40, Jerry Holtgreave with the carry there.
Michael Poignan, we'll call his last name.
Number 40, Jerry.
81 coming in there now. That would be Peter Perchlik. Quigley going off. You know, Quigley's just a solid guy. He's just been making it happen, whether on offense or defense. He's in the trenches there so much of the time.
Every week he's right up there at the top in tackles.
Yeah.
All right, so with Poignan under center, Tigers line up, offset to the right. Here's the give to Holtgrave, coming back the other way. Runs over a tackle and picks up about 8 on the play. Close to a Tiger first down.
Yeah, Jordan Seedorf, number 30 out there. Number 60's out there, Sean Slee. I guess you mentioned him.
Ethan Weekers, number 67, in the interior of the line. And Roy Tibbetts, who's been on special teams, number 52 in there at left guard. So Poignan gonna run a keeper. He's got everybody in front of him, picks up a first down, and about 4 more to boot. And tackled inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah. Spike, I believe they're using Roy Tibbetts, 52, as the center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know 52 is not a lot different than 62, which would be Brandon Stacy, but I believe that's Roy Tibbetts there on the snapping duties right now.
I'll stand corrected. You're right. So give to the first back. Quick plunge inside the 15-yard line.
Justin Joseph, the ball carrier.
So that would put Alex Hessen in as the right guard.
All right, Justin Joseph, that ball carrier, number 34, 155-pound freshman. So Holtgrave and Joseph, the running backs right now. Holtgrave on the left. And a keeper, Moynihan breaks a tackle and picks up about 4 good ones. Nice bit of running there, Jim, as he shrugged the shoulders, got his man off of him.
Yeah, that's true enough. It looked like the Cardinal had him wrapped up over there, but he was able to fight that off and go ahead and get something positive.
Well, that's the difference between Cardinal football and Tiger football. So the Tigers with a 3rd and 5 from the 12-yard line. Wingman now out there on the right side, Taylor Swartzlander. Here is the give to the second back. A lot of running room. Breaks one, slips inside the 5, and brought down Holtgrave, number 40, the ball carrier. Tigers doing a good job with that offensive line, Jimmy Boy, opening up some room.
Yeah. Spike, figure that out for me. Who's playing left guard out there now, and what's his number? And our center.
At the 5-yard line.
There's a 52.
No, there's 52 is the guard, and Stacy remains as the center.
Oh, he does. Okay.
All right, now the deep pitch. Joseph with it, heading for the corner, and tackled down there around the 1-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Well, it was a race. The Cardinal Stritch defender got there first.
Second down
and kept the Tigers out of the end zone. Clock running out here in the 3rd quarter. And I'm kind of thinking Liberty is not going to get another play off as this 3rd quarter ends.
Well, that'll be good. Get them down here where we can see them a little better. Maybe I can pick out those numbers a little bit.
You're on it, Jim.
No, it seemed like I was seeing 252s out there.
Well, it did. And see, here again, we're at the same impasse we always find. It's the Tigers' white jerseys with the orange numbers with no background, and it does. It makes them hard to pick out. All right. That's at the end of the 3rd quarter. Liberty leads at 44-0. We'll get some more sponsors. Trucker's Paradise. Always the king when it comes to bacon and eggs and home fries, with Lynn and Jerry Ripke. Jerry on the cook, or on the fryer, and Lynn quick to throw his opinion or two in there. Jerry features full meals. They're open every day from 5 in the morning to 6 at night. And of course, we can't forget those 57 kinds of wonderful homemade pies.
Wonder what she'd do for you on your birthday, Spike. You ever know anybody that eat there on their birthday? She'd treat them pretty special.
You know, I don't know, Jimmy. To me, bacon and eggs and home fries is special. I would eat that instead of turkey at Thanksgiving.
But you'd want pie. You'd want pie.
Well, you're kind of a pie man, aren't you, Jimmy?
Well,
you're kind of a pie in the eye guy.
Well, yeah. good fruit pie is hard to beat.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've had pineapple pies, and we've had cherry, and we've had peach, and we've had apple, and well, Jerry just does it all.
They're going to get toward Thanksgiving there. There has to be a lot of pumpkin pie there.
Yeah. Have you ever had a cream pie, Jimmy?
Maybe. What kind of cream?
I mean a good tasting cream that you get it wiped all over your mouth. All right. Let's get back to the real game here.
Number 40.
My name's Mo, and your name is
Curly or something.
Curly, yeah. Here, let me test this out.
Number 40 there, Jerry Holtgrave, trying to pack that mail across the goal line and got her there within a yard, Spike. But so far the Cardinals are saying, nah, you got to work a little harder for it.
All right, so that makes it 3rd and goal at the 1. Holtgrave on the left. Joseph on the right. Here is the give to Holtgrave, and he's in the end zone. Uh-oh.
Spike, there are 2 wearing a 52 jersey out there.
That's
2 Tigers.
what it is.
There's one. There's another coming back.
Holding is indicated against.
That's driving me nuts. We got to find out. When he turns around, there's 2 of them with 52 on. Do you see that?
Hey, that might be our first penalty of the night, Jim.
Yeah, I know, but I'm excited because I thought out. Now there's 67, which is who is that man? That'd be Ethan Weekers out there. But as they go to the line of scrimmage, you see if you can't see 2 52s.
Oh no, I did. I agree. You got me there. All right, after the 10-yard penalty, Tigers with the 3rd and goal from the 11. They stay with a wing right set. Here's Holtgrave running to the outside. It's going to be a sprint. Cuts it up inside. Down near the goal line. Waiting for the signal, and they're going to call him down just inside the 1-yard line. Holtgrave off to the races and made that brilliant cut back up inside, and that got him close to the promised land.
Yeah. Anyway, Spike, we got to figure that out somehow or other. They got to print some more numbers, some more jerseys, because there's 2 guys wearing 52, and 52 is Roy Tibbetts, and Roy Tibbetts is 1 Tibbet, right?
Yeah.
He's just 1 Tibbet out there. So who's the other 52?
Well, probably the other Tibbet for the Tibbetts boys. Who knows? 52 was the number my son wore. All right, 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to try to punch it inside. I don't know. I think he broke the plane, but they're not going to give it to him. Yes, they do. That's a Tiger touchdown.
Delayed call. They had to call it the way it was. All right, Jerry.
Number 40. First tried to outrun him to the corner of the end zone, and then that time powered it in on the inside the right Tiger side of the offensive line. And now the score stands 50-0. 10:01 to go in the game.
All right, this is 52, and they're going to call him Roy, but that other 52, what's his name? This might be Roy, but the other 52's got a name. You know he does,
It might
Spike.
be Joe Schlabotnik, Jim, for all I know. All right, Tigers set up to go for the single point. Tibbetts on the kick. Hold Hefflinger. Kick is up and squibs off to the left.
Nice. Probably the wrong 52 that was calling
If
it
you
there.
say 52 one more time, I'm going to crown you. I don't know who the other one is. Who's on first? Jim, you're on second.
Anybody hear a score of the Cleveland and Yankee game as they're fighting it out here again tonight?
Well, I don't know. All right, short kickoff, taken up to 25. Straight ahead return. Still on his feet.
I think 52 and 52 got him.
Well, that's one of our starters.
Danny Leatherman wears 56. I know that.
Yep, he was in there.
40-yard line.
All right, a little bit of defense coming up here for the Tigers. Ian Connor out there, number 69, Spike.
Tigers now finally pick up that other wide receiver, Cardinal Stritch.
Number 60.
Holy mackerel, Slee all over
Oh,
that.
I'm telling
Eating
you.
him alive
He
for
says you're going to
a
play
yard
that.
loss.
I want some of this stuff.
On the carry.
Ben Glassford leaving the game there.
80 Tyler Johnson. I also believe number 30 was in on the tackle, Jordan Seedorf.
Jordan Raines, 72, I believe. That's quite a beef trust up there on that inside for the Tigers. Now quarterback out of shotgun. Now they're going to run a little option. They kick it outside. Boy, and that's a going nowhere. Smackerino.
Yeah, Jacob Clapp. Also, 61 gave him a hand there, Ron Babillon. But Jacob Clapp making it happen out there.
Clap on the stop.
I know that Jacob Clapp. That guy's tough.
15.
He had a sore toe, I think, to start the season, but you can't keep a good man down with a sore toe. 42 is Casey Kaiser out here on the left flat for the Tigers.
So, Cardinal Stritch faces a 3rd and 15 with 8 minutes left in the ball game on their own 35. They fake it. Quarterback tries to keep it, works his way straight ahead.
Number 30 on that stop there.
And Cardinal Stritch with one of their bigger gains, if you will, for the night. 4 yards straight ahead, but that will leave it standing at 4th and 11 from their own 39.
I think they got to go for it, Spike.
4th down and 11.
How about a fake punt here?
Well, yeah, they might as well. Tigers, of course, will be ready for anything. When you grow up in under the tutelage of Rex Lindgren, you kind of learn those things. Tyler Armstrong, number 22, in there as a linebacker.
Swartzlander is deep for the Tigers.
Now, Swartzlander here has got a little bit of escapability too, Jim. If this happens to work just right.
Oh, almost a block there. Good,
and he's
good
not going to be
pressure.
able to get anywhere close to that shorty.
Yeah, good pressure there. Who was that big fella going back there? 78 seemed to be getting there in a hurry.
Yeah, Holgrave back in there.
Yeah, Caleb the Overmeyer there. He's got that 299 pounds working for him there. Spike, it's still a very warm night here in, where would you call this? This would be
East Toledo, sure.
East Toledo. Yeah. So Cardi Finkbeiner is around somewhere, right?
He's probably hiding out there behind that the truck lot.
Worried about the rain that's going to fall next week.
All right, now the Tigers have it. Deep pitch in the backfield.
34.
Nice cut up across the grain.
There. 34 on the ball carrier there.
Justin Joseph.
A freshman.
Yeah.
Bona fide ninth grader there, Spike.
Max Weiss is on the stop.
Yeah, freshman seen a lot of action here in the second half. So a 9-yard gain for Joseph. Swartzlander will be split out wide to this this side of the field. And the Tigers run with the wide out to either side. Give straight ahead.
Not much there.
Jerry Holgrave gave the ball carrier.
Jim, I think he got enough for a first down. The Tigers are going to get a left-footed spot.
Number 69, Matt Ripka.
Well.
Number 75, Thomas Berkman.
Yeah.
I believe they've got
All
it
right
by
there, Spike.
the nose of the football.
That's a good eye there, Spike. That's why you're the man.
Well, that's why they put the 50-yard line there. That helped.
Good chalk stripe there.
So, Holtgrave and Joseph remain in the backfield. Swartzlander, the wing out here. Here is the give to Joseph. Joseph looking for the sideline. Now makes a leap and barrels straight ahead for about a 6-yard gain.
Taylor Swartzlander, number 21. 5 foot 5 inches and $130. Now that was when the program was printed. He's probably 140 now. He may even be an inch or two taller. But he came out here and he did his best to make a block, Spike, and you gotta love that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're out there, you got an assignment. They is the enemy. They're wearing red shirts. What could be better? You just go out and hit somebody.
All right. Number 81, Peter Perchlik, spread out wide over here. They're going to give it straight ahead. Working and sifting his way through is Joseph, number 34.
Yeah, Ethan Weeker's out there. We giving him a little credit there. Another 10th grader, 5'10", $175. Tigers of tomorrow.
Danny Leatherman continues working at the guard position on the right side, number 56.
Yeah, that'd be Dan Oldine.
And number 30, Jordan Seedorf, the tight end on that side. So Holgrave on the right. And we've got a fumble. And somehow Justin Joseph alertly sees it, finds it, falls on it. Tigers keep it, but it'll be 4th and 1 from 41.
Spike, you gotta love these Tiger offensive line are firing out at this stage in the game with a 50-0 lead. But they know that they're on film. They know that they're going to be reviewed. They know they had an assignment and they want to complete it. You gotta love that discipline.
Yeah, Ian Connor, 69, and on the offensive line. So the Tigers going for it, of course, with 4th and less, or just over a yard. Holgrave breaks a tackle, slips another one, battles through a couple more, and fights his way down inside the 35 to the 33.
Yeah, good hard run there where it appeared there was contact right at the line of scrimmage. He just kind of kept her going, Spike.
About a 9-yard gain. So Liberty will have it 1st and 10. Clock now at 3:15 and counting here in the ball game from Northwood High School. Cardinal Stritch using the diamonds, of course, or diamonds, yeah, using the field on the off weeks from Cardinals. Oh, give straight ahead on that quick shot to the 30.
Yeah, there was some pretty nifty ball handling there by Michael Pugnon, and we got to learn how to pronounce that Poignon. Poignan or I mean, you know, the guy's got game, Spike. We gotta not smear his name. How do you say it?
Probably.
Poignan?
Yeah, it probably rhymes with that French water. I don't know.
Oh, we'll have to look into that. But
second down and 7, wing left set, and to give off that right side on that quick hitter. Kind of reminds you this offense a little of what Liberty used when they were undersized, a lot of quick-hitted stuff.
Yeah.
Way back when, oh, shoot, Jimmy, who was it? The fella that moved on, he came from Grand Rapids area.
Yeah, what was that
Jim,
guy's name? Meeker.
Meeker, yeah.
Yeah, Coach
he used
Meeker.
that. Yeah, he used a little of that style. So clock continues to run. 2 minutes left in the game.
Jim Meeker
was 3rd and 2.
He not only was a good football coach, but a very fine administrator.
Uh-oh, we got a
School
new back in
administrator.
there, powering his way.
32, is it? Justin Herman.
Another freshman.
Yeah, 9th grader there. Wow.
Boy, the Tigers are deep at
56, number 16.
67 sprinting off, 81 sprinting off, Peter the Perchlick, Ethan Weekers. Number 12 comes in with the play. That would be Michael the Pignon. Pignon.
We know it's
But
not
look how they
Pignon.
run up to the line of scrimmage, Spike. They trot up there, they get in their stance, they're ready to make it happen.
All right, wing package set to the left, give straight ahead to, I believe, Joseph.
Joseph, the ball carrier.
Joseph with positive yardage down around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, 75 now coming out there. Ben Martinez got him listed at 5'1", Spike, $116. But that guy's a gamer, and he's coming out here. He's going to make something happen. Got him listed as a center. Let's see where number 75 lines up out there.
All right, 48 seconds. This could be the last play of the ball game. Tigers with a 2nd and 7 at the 15. Here's Poignan on a keeper. He's got running room to the outside. Cuts it back up inside and gets down inside the 10 to about the 7.
First down.
That will be more than enough for a first down, I believe. And the clock running with 28 seconds. And by the time they spot the chains and get everybody reset, clock now at 20. Jimmy, I think we've seen our last play of football here at Northwood High School.
Yep.
So the Tigers will let her run out. 50-0, your final score here from this ball game. Liberty Center in this game number 7 spot. You know, we've had a lot of different opponents. You know, we had Ottawa Hills, and then we had that school from Pennsylvania.
Right.
They were a highly ranked team. And then we went Sharpsville, I believe. You know, we had, who else have we had in there? We had that team from clear over by the other side of Youngstown.
Yeah. We've been to Michigan already, too.
Yeah, we had that Detroit team that come down from Michigan one year. Mineral Ridge, they're a perennial power.
Yeah.
Let's see, we've had, LCC a year or two. Tigers having a hard time keeping this spot filled, and Cardinal Stritch insisted on having the first game at home for whatever reason. So the Tigers with only 4 home games this year.
Yeah, Spike, I was perhaps hoping for just a little more out of this Cardinal Stritch team. I thought, maybe they'd fill the air with passes and maybe test our secondary, or at least give them something to chew on out there. And they might have only thrown about 3 times or so, and their offense just wasn't there.
No.
They had that unusual set in the offensive backfield, and everybody could see where the ball was and where it was going, and the Tigers just took care of business tonight. But they built on what they already had, in the sense not only just of padding statistics and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in executing their game plan, in the discipline, that the line must have, and everybody to check and do what they're supposed to do. It was a good, clean, hard game, and that's tough to do when it's this lopsided.
Yeah, well, the Tigers, like you mentioned earlier, with the penalty situation, we might have had a couple in the second half, and that was just about it. So a real nice job there.
It was.
Liberty Center now moves to 6-1 on the season, and only 1 loss in the NWAL. So the Tigers hoping for a little bit of help if they want to get a piece of the NWAL title. But let's move to the computer point end of it. Liberty Center currently stands in 6th place, solidly in there with a playoff position. But we've got to pick up some more wins. We've got to take care of business.
Oh yeah, and the rest of the NWAL schedule coming the Tigers' way certainly will provide that opportunity starting next week with the Bryan Bears.
Yes, and Bryan, a team that has always played Liberty tough, especially the last several years. Even the year that we won the state championship, Bryan gave us all we wanted. Liberty Center won by less than a touchdown. Bryan, that was back with Joe Jurasics at the quarterback spot. You know, they've got good athletes. They usually have a good quarterback. They have people that can do things. They're big. So Liberty will see a much tougher competition, a much tougher team next week when Liberty travels to Bryan, Ohio. And then, of course, after that be game number 8. Game number 9 is with always tough Delta, and then, of course, Archibald, which could still be a very key game in the NWAL. Patrick Henry still has Wasion, Archibald to play.
Yeah, they're playing Delta tonight, I believe.
Yes.
Right. So that's a big game. But yeah, there's plenty of computer points out there to be had, and some of the teams that the Tigers have beaten have gone on about their winning ways. I'm thinking of the Tenora Rams. Those guys are looking very good in their league, just kind of wading through things. And so, you know, it's pretty apparent this team is going to play a lot of football yet, but Spike, you just love them. It's just somebody making a play all the time, and gosh, we have to scramble around and figure out, well, what's that number doing in there? And then we look it up, and then we see what they're doing and how they can do it. And, hey, they're just building depth right and left, and that's a good scene.
Well, Liberty, I'm going to say Liberty's going to have to have at least 8 wins, I think, to get in. This is a little bit too tight, a little bit too close to take any chances with.
And if you're 4th or higher, then you get to host. Is that correct?
Then you get a home game to start with. Now Liberty's in there with, in our division, we've got Patrick Henry, we've got Liberty Benton, we've got Archibald.
Fairview's in
there. I mean, that is some pretty big boulders, if you will. So the Tigers are going to need to get good momentum as we head down the home stretch.
Yeah, injury-wise now, I know we had the freshman quarterback was kind of dinged up there, Kyler Miller. You know, this was a game when he'd have gotten quite a few reps, and we didn't see him. So he's a little dinged. And of course, Patrick Brown, number 5, he's suffering
and right
now, a little bit there. But it's good to see Jordan Perdue and then this guy that we can't pronounce his name there, Michael Poignan.
Yeah.
So, you know, Tigers, that's what a program's about, Spike, is you've got a lot of people. You can use them here, you can use them there. My goodness, they come up with a back, and where's this guy? And he looks like he ought to be playing.
Yeah. Well, that'll bring us to a close here of our broadcast from Northwood High School with the game with Stritch Cardinals. Tigers win it 50-0. And like we said, next week Liberty Center will be traveling to take on the Bryan Golden Bears. So everything gets a little bit tougher. The Tigers with a couple of weeks to regain their form, and now we get back to pretty hardcore business. So for my man on the video cam, the always laborious and scoutorious Landis Utopia Burmeister, and of course my man, my sidekick, good old Jimmy Leatherman for these past dozen years, and myself, of course, Spiker on the play-by-play. Bring you that game one more time, final 50-0, Liberty Center over Cardinal Stritch. And on that note, it's good night, everybody, and good Tiger sports.